Hello, this is Mrs. Michelle, and this is level 2, class number 3 of the Wunderkeys book. So again, welcome to beginning panel lessons with me, Mrs. Michelle. This is level 2, lesson 3 of 6. So make sure that you have your Wunderkeys book with you. The primer piano book 1. Make sure that you're right next to your piano and keyboard, and we can go ahead and get started. We are in the flying squirrel section of our book today. We are going to go on an adventure with Sheldon the squirrel and his friends. I'm going to teach you about learning the letter B. We're going to help Sheldon with letter B and D, and we're going to practice together. So make sure that you're in this section of the book, the flying squirrel. You see Sheldon. He is on a parachute with Ruby the rabbit on an airplane. Let me go ahead and read this out. Sheldon, did you just parachute into my yard? Yes, I did. I'm taking flying squirrel lessons. But I don't think you are a flying squirrel. Never mind. Strap on that parachute again and join us as we jump into more base staff fun. I am going to teach you a new note. It is the letter B. So this is what the note B looks like. This is the bass B, meaning you play it with the left hand, and it's like the bunny is peeking out of the dirt. You see that? B for bunny, and it's peeking out. So go ahead and put your fingers in middle C positioning, and with your left hand second finger, go ahead and hit the B, the letter B note. So if this is middle C, then that's the letter B. So go ahead and take a moment to hit that. Okay, and then I am going to clap the rhythm of these quarter notes, and I want you to repeat after me, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you go ahead and do that. Go ahead and clap out that rhythm. All right, so now I'm going to have us play this together. Look at the positioning of my fingers. So my left hand first finger is on middle C, and see, it looks like this. And my second finger of my left hand is on B. And then the rest of your fingers, 3, 4, and 5, just lay it on the piano. But go ahead and lay your fingers on the piano for me in that position. And then I will play this for you and have you play it for me. One more time. Try to go ahead and play this, the B, C, B, C on your book, just like I did in the video. Okay, if you were able to do it, then great job. And you know how your fingers were going like this? B, C, B, C. That's called stepping. You were stepping between B and C. So very good job. Very good. Let's go ahead and turn the page where you see Sheldon the squirrel on a parachute. See what he says. Look at this. Run, 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 leap. Sheldon, I'll give you an acorn if you come down. While we are waiting for Sheldon to come down, I want you to look at the music below. And I want you to point to all the bees that you see and tell me how many you find. Okay, I'll give you a moment to do that. Okay, so let's count it together. Let me pull up my pen. So, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you said that there are 8 bees, then you are correct. Now I want you, go ahead, tell me how many middle C's that you play with your bass staff. Middle C's. How many do you see? I'll give you a second to count, then we'll count it all together. Okay, let's count it together. 1, 2, 3. So if you said 3 there, you are correct. There are 3 bass C's. So very good. I want you to look at these notes. Do you see, if you see a note that is showing up more than one time, that means the notes are repeating. Okay, so do you see like all the bees, how they're repeating? So we are going to circle the notes that are repeating. So I gave you this one. So let's circle this together. Okay, do you see another one that's repeating? Another of the bees, that is, that's repeating. Okay, if you said this one, then you are correct. All right, do you see any other notes repeating? Okay, if you said the middle C's, those 2 middle C's, you are correct. So see, if you see the notes, the same note next to each other, then they are repeating notes. All right, so now we're going to try to play this together, this musical phrase. I'm going to show you my example, and then we will play it together. All right. Left hand, 2 and 1. Okay, now let's say the note names. B, 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 C, C, B, 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 C. Play this, play what I just played. You can go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and play this musical phrase just like I did in the video, okay? All right, so for this part of the book, we are going to need a pencil. So go ahead and grab a pencil for me. I'll give you a moment to go ahead and get that pencil. And then if you see, look, the last class, I taught you this note. Do you remember what this note is? If you said D, then you are correct. And the D looks like the dog digging. So this is the treble D, since we play that with our right hand, second finger. And this is the bass B, like a bunny peeking. So this is like the dog digging, and this is like the bunny peeking. Okay? And so sometimes it's easy to get these confused. So this is what we're going to do. With our pencil, let me go ahead and get my pencil. I'm going to change to the color red. All right, using the pencil, if you see something that looks like the D, like the treble D for dog digging, then we're gonna make dog ears just like this in our book. Okay, we'll do that together. So go ahead and draw the dog ears. So see, D, that's the D note, like dog, right? But if you see this note, like a B, like the bunny peeking, then we're gonna draw bunny ears. There we go. So if it's dog digging, then draw the ears going down. If it's a bunny peeking, then draw the bunny ears up. All right. And I am going to number these. So you can go ahead. I did number 1 and 3 for you. Okay, so there's 6 of them. All right. So tell me, for number 2, what are we going to draw? Are we going to draw dog ears or bunny ears? If you said dog ears, then you are correct. So let's draw dog ears together. All right. All right. So let's look at number 4. How about number 4? Is that a letter D or is that a B? D for dog or B for bunny? If you said D for dog, you are correct. So let's do dog ears for number 4. All right. Now, how about number 5? Number 5. So number 5, is that a D or a B? If it's a B for bunny, then that's correct. Let's draw some bunny ears. There we go. Very good. And what is the last one? Are we drawing bunny ears or dog ears? If you said bunny ears for B, then you are correct. Let's draw bunny ears sticking up. All right, very good. Okay, so now we are going to practice together. But before we practice together, I want you to take out a red and a green crayon. So let me take out my red and green crayon. So go ahead and take out a red or a green crayon. So let's take out our red. We're going to do our red crayon first. So I want us to circle all of the D's. We're going to put a red circle around all of the D's. Let's look at, I'm going to put numbers on these. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Are there any D's in the first piece? If you said no, you are correct. How about in number 2? Are there any D's we need to circle? Okay, so I spy this one and this one. Both of them are a D. Okay, now how about number 3? Do you spy any D's? We're going to put a red circle around the D. You said this one, you are correct. Remember, it's like a dog digging. Okay, now we're going to take out our green crayon. Let's take out the green crayon. We're going to go to number 1. All right, so let's look for the letter B now for like bunny peeking. Bunny peeking. Let's look at the first song, number 1. Okay, so I spy 3 of them. Is that how many you got? 2? Okay, now let's go number 2. How about the B? the B. Okay, if you said these two, you are correct. Okay, last one, number 3. Number B, like in bunny peeking. These two, if you got that, then very good job. All right. So this is called a repeat sign. And if you look at the music, let me change my pen pink. If you look at the music, you have a repeat sign now. And the repeat sign means when you get to the end, it doesn't mean the song is over. It means you have to repeat the song again. So you have to go here and then you have to go back to the very beginning. All right, so that's what the repeat sign means. It means if you see this, then you have to play the song back to the beginning, go back to the very beginning of the song. And if you don't do that, then the song is not over yet. All right, you only played halfway through the song. So we want to play through the whole song. So make sure you don't forget the repeat sign. Let me show you an example of each of these songs, and then I'll have you practice with me. Practice on the pathway, the first one, and don't forget the repeat signs to repeat it again. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 4, repeat. 1, 2, 2. Okay, now we're going to say the note names. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C, C, B, B, C, B, C. Repeat. C, C, B, B, C, B, C. Okay, now this is the second one. Don't forget the repeat sign. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 again. 1 and 2 and 4 and 2. Okay, now we're gonna say the note names. Ready, set, let's go. B, B, C, D, D, C. Repeat. B, B, C, D, D, C. Very good. Now this is the last one. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, 3, 5, 2, 5, 2. Okay, let's do that again and say the note names. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C, B, C, B, C, C, B, C, B, D, C. Very good. All right, so if you were able to get all that, then great job. Okay, so this is your homework for this week. It's glide on by and flying fur in the flying squirrel section of your book. So glide on by and flying fur. Don't forget the repeat sign. And you're going to be playing B, C, and D. All right. Well, let me show you my example. So you have something to look back at. Homework assignments. This is glide on by. Make sure your fingers are in C position. Ready? 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, let's do that again and say the note names. Glide on by. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sing, ding, ding, sing, ding, 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 sing. Very good. Now this one is flying fur. And don't worry about the bottom because that's a teacher for the duet. Just flying fur, the top. Ready? And don't forget there's a repeat sign, so we're going to repeat it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Very good. Now let's say the letters. Let's say the letter names. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and ding, 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 sing, sing, ding, ding, sing, sing, ding, ding, sing. Again. Ding, 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 sing, sing, ding, ding, sing, sing, ding, ding, sing. So that's your homework assignment. Make sure you're practicing 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and make sure to send me a video of your homework assignment, which is Glide On By and Flying Fur, and I'll send you the link to the next class. All right, have a good day and make sure to keep practicing. Bye.